Alrighty. Today, um, what's today's date? The 17th. Today's the 17th. It's Tuesday of June. Sorry, June 17th, Tuesday, 2025. Market had a slightly weak day today, pulling back under the 10, just above the 20, with some more Israel-Iran tension. Um, Possible U.S. getting involved. So today missed a few trades today. Um, First being Husa and Indo, two big ones. I mean Husa. I mean, I should have probably bought this one on Thursday when when it first kind of got some news, but with things escalating today, this would have been a great trade. Let me see. Let me look at it on the lower time frame. Here, let's do the 15. So let's go a little less, a little lower. Let's go to the 2 minute time frame here. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna look at what it would look like in the morning. So you can see a pretty big push out in the open. Um, Here, it actually got halted. Then it pulled back, built a range, then took off some more. So let me see if there's any opportunities to buy this thing intraday. Come on, man. I hate when this thing. You serious? There we go. All right. So here you probably can see this little range here that I built. That would have been a good one, or a break of this range here on the intraday chart. Getting into this thing, you either risk this. I don't know if you really risk low day. If you're entering here, you risk this. If you're entering here, you're probably gonna risk like low of these bars, low of this bar here. Maybe you can use this, but so this was a great thing to, not great thing, but great opportunity today. Same thing, similar kind of Indo. This one not as good of a setup, or not as great as a setup compared to Husa. But anyways, nonetheless, also CoreWeave. That was a pretty tough one today, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, Now, I initially, it was my thought process on this one. Where's the open? Opens right here. So the open was here at around 158. Actually, no, I'm lying. It was probably down here. Another two. Yeah. So it was right around here was the open. So the open was here at 156, maybe 157, and it had a great push out of the open. It was up, 3.85%. It looks pretty strong that morning, and I'm sure a lot of people bought it. And they got stopped right back out. Like within the next couple minutes, it was under low day, and I was like, wow, okay, well, good thing I didn't take it so far. But I was looking at it. Excuse me. I was looking at it again when it broke those highs again. You see these highs here, so I had an alert here because I put it to these highs. And I was looking at this again, and I was like, it broke these highs, and now there's some real strength coming into this thing, as if there wasn't already before. So there was a lot of strength. Got stopped out. Most people did. Right back up, popped right back up, and then I saw it bounce again, kind of like towards just above red to green. Excuse me. I thought to myself, I should probably buy the dip here. I can risk. I buy it at 158.70. I can risk like $3, maybe $2 on this thing, and just hold it. Buy a little bounce. Kind of reminds me of the trades that I took on LEU and also QBTS. Kind of like buying it on the bounce. And all of a sudden, it just took off midday, and completely missed this thing. And you can see here, even this range that I set here, you can buy the break of that range. It still would have been good. Excuse me. So that one, now I can say it's a miss, but honestly, the setup is pretty loose. It's a continuation of this setup, of this move here. Honestly, there's not that much tightness. I think people are getting too eager on this thing, trying to get in really, really early and try to get a big move on this thing. That's what I believe is happening here. I think there's a lot of excitement around this stock, so I think that's what's going on here, and that's why it's kind of like wide and loose. Teed up. I got some alerts on this, but same thing, kind of wide, not really tight. Like these days here would have been good to buy, but here not so much. And then what was the last one? Apps. So apps, I talked about it last video. I literally talked about, oh, what's moving is probably earnings, and then the earnings were great, blah blah blah, and it gapped up, sold off in the morning. Let's see here. So sold off right in the morning. In the first 2 minutes, sold off about 6%. Reclaimed the open, and then broke out over these highs, these recent highs, and then it was just green from there. Missed this move, just completely just missed it. Wasn't even paying attention to it, to be fair with you. NVTS got stopped out today, so that's no longer my position. Only position I have today is LEU and Hood. Not in a rush to get into anything, especially with the string of losses that I took, and actually realizing the damage that it's done to my account. It's actually it actually sucks because I should be like at all-time highs on my account right now, and I'm kind of not near there. I'm like 10% away. Yeah, so that I think maybe even more than 10% away. Those drawdowns, really those unnecessary trades really took a toll on my account. So I'm kind of like being weary. Only trading the really good stock. So I mean, things are getting weak around here. You can start to see these things starting to fail. MBIS needs more time. APLD weak. MBIS, okay. Dave, it's getting weak there. We'll see if we can get a bounce here. See, there's not a lot of options anymore. There was a plethora of options. PL, it would have got stopped out. Oklo pulling back. The only thing I really see going green is oil names, pretty much. QBTS getting weak. Hood weak on the day, still above the 10. They're still showing some signs of strength here. PRCH tightening up. Palantir even weak. A defensive name. I guess kind of a defensive name. I would say defensive name. Getting weak here too. I mean, IONQ weak. CP weak. HRTG just continues to sell off under the 10-20 day. Sezzle showing some signs of weakness. CRDO showing some signs of strength. In kind of like inside day. TMC showing some strength. AAP weak. Rocket Lab under the 10 and 20 weak. Laser holding up pretty well. TSSI holding up well. CMP holding up well. Don't know if this is if this setup here or if we get a breakout here is going to be towards the news or some news coming out. But LFMD holding up pretty well. Carvana weak. Groupon sideways. Ava sideways. Oddity up, but I don't really trust this, honestly. Yeah, it's at 70 and 40 cents, so it's down here. So, Oddity weak. LEU, I think higher than yesterday's close. Yeah, 100% higher than yesterday's close. I meant is higher than yesterday's open. 172.60, 175. Yeah, actually it is. So that one is strong. Although it's red day, it's strong. And CLS showing some strength as well too. I think the highest close of this run so far. What was the close on this one? 137. This one was 131.50. Yeah. So some showing strength, most showing weakness, and yeah, not so good. Not so good for the overall market, but it is good for us. Seeing some weakness showing what stocks are holding up the strongest. So that's pretty good. I screwed this one up big time, man. Pretty big. Pretty big time. And I mean, these things, I was on these things since like last Thursday. Thursday. Actually, Thursday, I think it was. Whenever I heard the news about it, because I remember these being in play the last time there was something going on. I think it was just, I don't know, that was just COVID. But like, I think here in April last year, every time something really pops off, it kind of gets really weak. But so since I missed this move, I'm honestly waiting for. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably not gonna do it, but I'm honestly waiting for like a peace deal. What I'm waiting for is Iran to get like a few knocks into Israel and then call it like a peace, a truce, whatever. I think they want to exchange a few more missiles and stuff like that. Um, I, I don't know. The U.S. is might get involved, so this. I mean, this might even go. This might even go higher, but I feel like I missed that train so far. Um, if you look at these oil names. Um, ConocoPhillips. This is weak. Let me look at these oil and gas names. Gas and oil. Okay, Husa. Husa is a big one. This is always like the biggest one. This one in Indo. USEG. See some parabolicness coming. Not so parabolic, but for a stock like this, pretty parabolic. So I honestly think a peace deal can come up, and if that happens, I'm either gonna short Husa and Indo or go short futures, crude futures, but whenever's available to me at the time. Um, all right, nonetheless, let's go back to what I was doing yesterday, looking at some trades of my. Oops. Yeah, this is fine. Hold on. Boom. Trades. Here we go. Last one was CEP, I believe. Yeah. So next one is PRCH. Now this one was a pretty big loss. I'm assuming there was two buys here. No, looks like one buy. So also a pretty big loss. For what reason? I don't know. So I bought. Looks like I bought 600 shares here. 470. 470, 130. It just split up differently. So looks like I bought about 600 shares here on this big push in the morning. This is the 20th, right? Let's look at this on the daily here. All right. So honestly, yeah, this one is, I mean, not a bad trade at all. It was just super weak. Um, I mean, it was a great breakout. Everyone was buying it. There's nothing wrong with it, I believe. I think it was well set up. There's some tightness here. Can't complain. Can't complain about the setup here. I mean, this is a great setup in a momentum based market. This is a setup that works, and it having a move this large, right, going up 13% intraday, and then closing. Look at this. From its highs, closing down 20%. It's kind of wild. There was a lot of. I don't know if you assume this is distribution here. I don't even know what you call this, but it looks like a lot of retail, and basically what it looks like is a lot of retail came in and bought this thing up, and then we all got smoked. So this here, I'm not mad with. I'm not mad at this one at all. I have worse trades in this, so I'll take this one. I mean, now I know why I took such a big loss, because I also was such a good setup, and I was willing to take a big loss on this thing. So that I'm not worried about anymore. So yeah, that's I have this one I have no problem with. This one's fine. I believe this was actually a pretty good setup, in my opinion. Um, I don't mind that one. Next trade is Pony, same day. So Pony here on the 20th. Let's go move this over. So same thing here. Oops. I think it was a little premature. Didn't I buy a Pony like the other day too? Day before this one. Let's go back. What was it? Pony. Yeah, literally the day before. I tried it twice. Um, so I tried it here, and I tried it here. So honestly, not that bad of a setup. On a stock like this, I'm willing to give that that's doubled and then pulled back to the 10. I mean, some of these are very, very strong. They have very, very high potential on making these moves, especially coming out of this low base or coming from the lows here. Being up 274%. I think this is not a A+ trade, but I think for the risk that I had on this trade, the $230, I think it's a pretty good. I think this is a great trade. Not a full R on risk, but half an R for not as good of a setup. And this one, I'm willing to take a loss on this one. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially this one too. Taking a very, very small setup, a small loss on this, while not being that good of a setup. I think I think it's fine, honestly, because this, I mean, could have potential. I'm honestly fine with that one, to be honest with you. Lowering my risk for not as good of a setup. Whether I did that intentionally, if I remember, I don't. Um, but if I did intentionally do it, then I'm taking that. That's fine. I'll take that. Risking smaller on a lesser setup. That's fine. I'll take that one. And then Oglo. How did I? Hmm. I thought I caught this one. What? Am I tripping? Wow. Hold on. Did I really? I already got screwed on this one, huh? Let's check. Yeah. How did I? How did I only walk away with? Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow. This is pretty bad. I don't get it. How did I walk away with such little gains? I think I remember what I did. Um, hmm. I got screwed on this one. I remember. Um, wow. I thought I actually made more money on this one. This was a pretty screwed up trade. I guess this is pretty bad. I only walked away with $80. Are you serious? How's it? I don't get this one. Hmm. Why is all the data not here? I'm confused. How's it not yet calculated? Hmm. I don't know about this one. I don't know if there's a glitch in this one. I don't know what's going on. This is weird though. I don't remember because I sold 15 shares initially. How many days did it take me? 2 days. Was up what? 46. Like 15%, I think. Selling here is pretty diabolical. Not selling here is pretty diabolical to these highs. And then you can kind of see the setup here too. I didn't take that trade, especially with the strength here. Yeah, but even that, it's still only up 15%. Yeah, I'm pretty stunned on this one. I don't know if that data's correct. I don't think that's correct, but anywho, LAU, still in that one. Everybody, I think I've talked about this for a while. Entry was like 105 something. Still in it. Let me go look at this real quick. Here we go. Let's go. So these sales, the sales, in my opinion, are pretty fantastic. Let's see here. So I bought 50 shares. I sold 20. So a little under, actually, yeah. So 20 on the 28th. So I bought on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Sold some on the 28th. Pretty good sales. kind of near the highs, and then even here, great sell. And I'm still holding on to the rest. I have 20 shares left, so I have 40% of my position still in this one, and I think I'm just gonna let this one run. So, yeah, this one's great. DRS. This one first off, I should have never bought because of the speed and how slow it was. I mean, maybe at the time I think it was at 4. I mean, this thing was so slow. I bought on the breakout here, and then I got stopped out like a couple days later. I don't think I ever sold anything on this one because it was so slow. You can see here. Yeah, look at this thing. What did I do here? Let's see. Oops. Let's look at the chart here. The chart will tell me what happened. All right. So it looks like I bought, got stopped out, and I bought again. I got stopped out that day. Let's see what happened here. So it looks like I bought 400 shares. Yeah. Bought 400 shares, and then like 30 minutes later I got stopped out. And then I rebought again, 300 shares. What the heck happened here? Let's see. Oh, yeah. What, that's the time difference. Was it 30 minutes later? Hold on. Yeah, bought 10:03. Okay, so 30 minutes later. Yeah, so almost another 30 minutes later, yeah, I didn't sell any at all, which is kind of wild for me. But I was I was up $205 max, which is kind of $210 on max, which is pretty pathetic. So it looks like, let's go back. Sorry. Yeah, so it looks like I bought here. Yeah, so that, yeah. Okay, sorry. I bought. Obviously, I bought there. Sold it early, and then rebought back again. So I think this is a little manipulated, but I still took that sizable loss on it, because then I also didn't sell anything. Oops. Also didn't sell anything here on the way up, but sorry. It is okay. What next? What is next, huh? There we go. DRS. What was after DRS? App once again. My arch nemesis. What day was this again? The 22nd. This is the second. Let's see what the setup was like here. Don't really think. Sorry, looks horrible. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. I was always waiting for the delayed setup, and I got it. I don't know. Yeah, this. Why buying that day? No idea. Honestly, no idea. This is not a setup. This is a waste of a trade. There's nothing here. Even if it did continue. I mean, it did continue. Let's go look. Sorry. I sold it within the same day. Why? I don't know. Actually, I can tell you why right now. I think we just saw it. Here we go. Yeah, so it looks like I bought it and then sold it at the lows right here. And then it came back up and then moved up. So this trade here is pretty pathetic. There's nothing, no tightness, no setup. Nothing. This is an unnecessary trade. This is a losing trade. This is a horrible trade. It's just horrible. There's really nothing good about that trade at all. Next CLS. I tried CLS again. Super slow now. I think this thing is. Yeah. So this was it the second as well? Or was it the third? The third. All right. So buying it here actually is not a bad buy, honestly. This I guess slight gap up over the 10. some strength in there. Um, I don't think it's that bad of a buy. It's just never went green. Was it the same day? Yeah, I got stopped out within the same day. Let's check this out. Yeah, so I bought it at highs. I got stopped out at the lows and then came right back up. Boom, boom, boom. Just, yep. Well, I didn't rebuy it either. So that sucks. It's alright. Too slow for me. But this buy here, not bad at all. Especially with the strength you can see here. Going down to the 20, getting bought right back up. Going down, pulling down to the 20, getting bought right back. Getting bought right back up. Honestly, this trade should probably have never happened. The one I'm showing you guys, or myself. Because I should still have been in it these 2 days. And then I could have added to my position, to be honest with you. So I should still been in it and then added. So this trade should never happen. If I never get out in the last video, I probably talked about it. If I never got out the last time that I bought CLS, which was down here, I should probably still be in it and also added to my position. So that's a pretty bad pretty bad exit and costly mistake, as you can see. I got affected on both sides. Not a big gain, and I took some losses for no reason. So now Nvidia, this one was a great one. I really just kind of screwed this one up. I was in this one for the big run, or hoping to do a big run. You can see here about 175 shares at 139. Nvidia now is at 143. So I bought it, I believe. When the hell did I buy it? This day? Or this day? This day maybe. Let's look. How about we just look? Okay. So the third. Yes, I bought the third. Yes, I bought it on this like kind of gap here. I just wanted to get in this thing. When I saw a gap up, I was like, okay, this thing is strong, especially bouncing off this 10-day here. I was like, yeah, I want this thing. I want it. And it's strong. I want to buy this thing. But I never sold it to, get some profit. I thought it was gonna make a pretty big run, in my opinion. And 2 days later, huh? So I guess I wanted to. So here's what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. What happened is that I was taking a bunch of losses into this trade, and I wanted to get to at least a break even. I wanted to get at least a break even trade. I didn't want to lose any more money, so I wanted to get to a break even trade. If this thing went against me, I was gonna stop out for break even. That's exactly what happened. So I went up. The highest was at June 5th. Actually, I think that same day at 11. Yeah, so I entered here. The high was, yeah, on this day here. Kind of the same price as that now, almost. Yeah. So my unrealized would still be at like 800. Yeah, and I got stopped out for break even, and that's what happens. Trade pretty bad. You'll take losses and miss out on profits. That's what happens. That's what happens. Where is it? Okay, video and then hymns. So hymns June 3rd. Same thing. Okay. So this is the big red day that I had. I tried to buy it on a bounce. Oops, wrong. It was this day here. I missed it on the way up. I was like, not a setup for me. It opened up under the 10 and 20 and just pushed higher, and I was like, I was pissed off that day. I was like furious with myself because I think some news came out that they're buying somebody out, and this was the news that and this news is with the one that I forgot who they're buying out. Anyways, the news is what caused this. They were up 22% of the day, and I was furious. I'm like, you idiot, what the? Slamming my desk that day. I was pissed off, and I was just pissed off. And then I saw it just collapse, and I was like, what is going on? So I saw it collapse, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can buy it. And I bought it at like a whole number. I think it was at what did I enter at? Yeah, so I wanted to buy it like 62.26, and I was gonna risk I was gonna risk 61. That's what it was. I wanted to risk like $1 to catch a bounce. Cause I think 61. Yeah, it was low of day. So I was like, oh, let me catch it on the way down. And no matter if I would have bought it on this bounce here, whatever, I still would have got stopped out for a loss. So unnecessary trade, yes, another unnecessary trade. shouldn't have never taken QBTS. Another loss. QBTS. Here we go. This one was probably the fourth. Was it this one? Scroll down. Yeah, it was the fourth. So this one here, it was kind of like, honestly, the setup wasn't too bad. With the high momentum stocks like this, especially with the move that I had earlier, this here is a definite possible setup. You can see this here going to the 10, pop right back up, and this day here, I think I got stopped out this day. I don't remember. Opening up here, and then getting weak, and then bouncing back all the way up. That just shows some signs of strength, and also started tightening up a little bit. With the ADR at the time was probably higher than this, so this tightness here is not bad. Or the day before, 5% is not bad at all. And I was willing to take that risk this day on this breakout here. So I'm not mad at that. When a high momentum during high momentum moments, those things can work, and they'll work tremendous. And I was willing to take that risk, and I'm not too mad about that one. Not too mad about that one at all. So I'll take that one. What was it? App again, another big loss. App, I've taken like over looks like $2 grand of losses on app. It just kills me. Yeah, this one's a long duration one. So you can see here, I bought it in the morning, typical at the highs, right? I waited for it to go $9 against me, or it to go up $9, which is, let me see, I think it might have been this day here, the 4th, yeah. So I bought it. Nope, the wrong day. Was it here? Yeah, I think it was that day. So I bought it at the highs, got stopped out at 391. I think I had look at my size of risk on this thing. I don't know what day is this. I'm sorry. This is the 4th. Okay, let's go back to the 4th. Yeah, I was right. So at the time, the low was 399. Or that's what I had it at. 398. Yeah. So once again, I brought up my stop. In terms of where I should have left it on the low of day. So you can see here, it should have been 398. I raised it as it got weak, and I paid the price for it. And I also had to rebuy it again even higher. I bought it in at 409 when my initial entry was 407. And you can see here, a couple days later, I get stopped out. Oh, this pretty big gap down. So see if I got a better view. So you can see here, yeah, this gap down here, I was like, yeah, I'm out. So then I took a big loss on that. So technically it's 2 losses there on that trade. So not as big of a loss as it seems. It's just 2 different losses. NVTS. I think this one's over. I got stopped out of this. Actually, I got stopped out of this one today. So yeah. HIMS. Once again, screwed on HIMS. This thing has been so choppy lately. I'm trying to get back into this thing, but look at this. Look how wicky it is. Look at this. 3% up, 3% up, 4%, 3.5% down. I mean, the ADR is still pretty high. This thing needs just to tighten up and build a base here. This thing is what day did I buy this thing at? This day was the 10th. That's right. So this day here. Not a bad setup. Not a bad setup in my opinion. With a tight day like this here, maybe a couple more days of tightness would have been good. This day was really super tight though, less than 1% in terms of open and close, but overall, around 3, almost 4%. So, trying to buy this breakout here. Actually, I don't even think this is not that great of a setup. This is not that great of a setup because of this day here. That day is a killer. Look how much volume was traded that day. 114 million. The 3rd highest, I think it's like almost ever. Yeah, because there was 152, 157. Yeah. So the amount of volume that was traded that day should have probably said to me that this day is not a good day to buy, especially with this being the size of a stock it is. Um, this probably should have signaled me to not buy this day. That there was still weakness in this thing. Because all the people that bought up here are still in the negative. So that's just bad trading. Another bad trade, another bad loss, more loss. Look at the string of losses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this one off 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 pretty much bad trades in a row. This one, I wouldn't even consider this like a positive trade. This can barely doesn't even cover any of these losses. Maybe these two and then another one, but just whack, horrible. QBTS, another one, another try, failed again. So this one, QBTS, I think this was on the 10th as well. This day here. So once again, trying something that probably won't work. So QBTS here on the 10th. Now, once again, a stock like QBTS, where it has momentum, maybe a few days after a bar like this, maybe a few more days of tightness. Well, let's look at Oklo. This one was from down here, but even that, still some tightness. Like this bar is not as big. It's 5%. QBTS. This one's a 13%, almost 13% stock. So maybe a big candle bar like this, and then a tight day after, maybe needs some more time, because that's a lot of momentum right there. So maybe trying it this day was not a good idea. In hindsight, that is. So yeah, another bad entry. Not really a setup there. Not a setup at all, I should say. So another unnecessary loss. CLS again. I think I lost all my gains for CLS. All the ones that I made, completely gone. Same thing. Pretty big loss day on the 10th. The 10th was a big day for losing for me. See, but this one here is not a bad setup. It was just a really weak day. But also, it's the ADR is under 5, so maybe I should have never touched this one to begin with. See the setup. I mean, the setup is there. You see the tightness, especially this bounce off the 10-day. I mean, you can see the tightness, and it just failed. It went all the way down, super weak, and it just failed. And this day is not an entry either. So, yeah, it's just unlucky. Not a bad entry. I don't believe it's a bad entry at all, actually. So, just a bad day. Bad day. Well, that one stings. That one stings a lot. And then hymns again. Let's look at that. I should do my symbol. Okay, never mind. Let me see. Let's see if I can. How much losses have I taken on hymns? 900. What about app? Damn. Look at that. App has been destroying me. Look at all those losses. CLS might break even. Slightly up. And then QBTS in the negative. Wow. How about Oklo? Barely. Look at these small sucky trades. Whatever. And decreasing size too. It's horrible. What Tesla? I made money on Tesla. Nice. Okay. Anyways, going back to the last here, and let's go white date. Come on, Tesla. Here we go. Okay. So going back to hymns once again on the 12th. Let's see here. On the 12th. Once again, just like trying to break out and just weakness. Just some weakness. I mean, even again, like how big this green bar is the day before. So, noticing big green bars in a tight day is not enough. Maybe some multiple tight days. Huh. 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 Yeah, so, this is my last trade so far that I've done. Um, not really good. Not really good at all. There's a lot of losses there. I mean, a lot of unnecessary trades. Lots of them. So like this hymns one, shouldn't have done. QBTS, another one. This hymns one again, that's over 1200 right there. App one the fourth. Yeah, app on the fourth. I mean, it's kind of extended from the 10-day too. I mean, look at this. App, another one. That's 1700 QBTS. I think that one I was willing to trade that one. The fourth. Yeah, that one's fine. I'll take that one. QBTS. Hymns, another one. It's over $1,500 right there in losses. And then there's sure a lot more, but even more. So yeah, that's it for my reviews on my trades. Bad trades, good entries, bad entries, good exits, bad exits. So you can see there's a plethora of bad trades, which is single-handedly causing me to drain my account, and that's draining my account. Kind of embarrassing, but it's part of trading, and gotta deal with it. Just gotta get better. Just gotta pick better setups, and it's funny because all these string of losses demolish my confidence, and I'm still struggling with it now. Like, sorry. Look at this. Like I missed Ava here on the 3rd, but I was willing to take the other ones, which doesn't make sense. Groupon missed this one here too, the 2nd, and then here again. Just in TSSI, I mean, just like it's just ruining my confidence and ruining the trust in my setups. But even this one here, like this is a pretty. That one's hard, but yeah, just ruin a confidence. Not wanting to take some trades, like even today with apps, just completely didn't pay attention to it, even though the setups it was all there. Core weave today too. I mean, even here, didn't take it. A lot of things that I'm missing out on, and it's causing me a lot of pain and money. So, TMC as well. Look at this thing. So, alright, so that's about it on my end. That's it. So, we'll see you guys.